If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Hello, Lost on the Road subscribers and followers. The beginning of our adventure, and I have documented all that stuff into the YouTube channel, I had a lot of fears, a lot. What if we get lost? What if we break down? What if we get hurt? What if? What if? What if? And I always contributed that to living in a pop-up camper. That for some reason we must be more at risk of these things that could be a problem because we live in a pop-up camper. You know, if we get lost, we're at risk because we're in a pop-up camper. And I don't know, that's not logical thinking, obviously, but that's these fears that just kind of pop up when you're living in a nomadic life. I've talked about the fear of getting on a road, a dirt road, one lane with the camper, and it dead ends. You know, how am I going to get all that turned around? I've had fears of, you know, one of me or Carolyn passing away, especially me. What will Carolyn do? I've had fears of getting lost and not being able to find her way out without a cell phone signal. Just all kinds of fears. Getting hurt. Over time, those fears started to subside, but they still exist. There's always this nervousness. You know, it's been 8 months, but there's still this nervousness that, you know, I'm going to get myself in a situation that I can't get out of because I live in a pop-up camper. And I want everybody to be aware of this distress, that you're more vulnerable to these things, these fears that I've just mentioned, because you live in a camper, pop-up camper, van, whatever it is you choose to do. Everything that I just mentioned is not a result of the pop-up camper. And I can absolutely, for sure, guarantee it right now. Right now, we are in Missouri, my home state. This is where I came from. Now, I know everybody's going to put down in the comments, yep, and there's no place like home. Or something to that effect. But it's deeper than that. And I guess it brings these fears to the forefront of your thought process now. We are in Missouri. We are living in a pop-up camper in Missouri, and winter is coming upon us. It is coming on. There is nothing we can do about it. It gets cold at night. It's a problem. But I haven't been afraid since we got here. I have not been afraid of anything. Not afraid of getting hurt, not afraid of getting cold, not afraid of anything. Nothing. Why? My situation hasn't changed. I still live in a pop-up camper. People are going to say, oh, because you have friends around that you can call if there's a problem. Not really. No, I don't. I've told you this in the past. I don't have that many friends. As a matter of fact, I would suspect that if I made a call out on YouTube and said, look, I need your help, no matter what state I was in, somebody would come to my rescue. Not that I would want to do that, because then I would feel like I had failed my venture and I failed teaching you how to do it. So I would never do that. But in all actuality, I could probably make a call out to YouTube and get help quicker than I can make a call out to anybody I know in this state to come and help. I'm at risk of dying, I'm at risk of getting hurt, I'm at risk of getting lost, I'm at risk, all the risks are still there. But I'm not afraid of them. I mean, I even have a bigger risk right now. I'm sure I've just mentioned it. I might be repeating myself. Winter is coming on. That is a huge risk. And something I should be fearful of. And I'm not. I'm not fearful of it at all. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to come up with solutions. And I think they're coming around. I think everything's happening very well. You know, everything's going well. So, look, when you're out on your adventure and you're feeling these fears, I've made a video that said don't have a home base. Now, I recognize for legal purposes, you have to have a home base. Missouri is my home base. I have an address here in Missouri. But I don't have a home. I don't have any place I can just run back to. And this thing, us being back in Missouri, only confirms that even more. It confirms it even more, that you shouldn't have a home base, because if you do, when you get scared, you can run home. We can't run home. And being here in Missouri, if there was a home to run to, we might. It's going to get cold. Let's run home. And the adventure would be over. Just like that. It would be over. I can guarantee it. It would be over. And I don't want this adventure to be over. I want to get through these fears. I want to get through these problems. And I want to conquer it. And that's what I'm trying to encourage you to do. Conquer your fears. Conquer the adventure. And go for it. Go for it. It is just awesome. I'm living in some guy's backyard right now in a pop-up camper. He leaves me alone. I leave him alone. He charged me $150 to stay here, and it is perfect. It is not what the adventure was all about, but if you look at it, it's still the adventure. Winter's coming on. Bring it on, I say. Let's bring it on. Let's see what we can do. I can't fail. I can't. I know everybody's going to say, oh, yes, you can. No, I don't think I can, because I'm always going to be working the problem. Always. Oh, my goodness, it's going to get down to 0 degrees. What do we need to do? I do not think that I'm going to go to bed tonight knowing it's going to be 0 degrees and think, and it gets about 1 o'clock and I'm freezing to death, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm just going to lay here and die. Not going to do it. I'm not going to lay in that bed dying of exposure to the cold. I will get out of bed, say, Carolyn, time to get out of bed. Let's go and do something. Maybe get in a truck just to warm up. So there's nothing to be afraid of. It's all manufactured fears. And the biggest part of it is being out of your home state helps you manufacture some of these fears. So think about that when you're on your dream and your adventure, about your fears. Because I've told everybody, I hear so many people say, I can't do this. I made 2 videos about people saying, I can't. Well, fear might be the reason you can't. And I'm telling you, really, in all actuality, if you keep thinking through the problems, just keep thinking. This is not a problem. It's a challenge, something that needs to be solved. You'll solve them. And being back in Missouri has taught me that these fears are pointless. They're absolutely pointless. They're absolutely pointless. There are solutions to every problem. So anyway, that was, something I was really passionate about and something I really wanted to convey to you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.